Instagram Reels now account for 50% of all time spent in the app. 140 billion daily views, nearly 2 billion monthly users, 4.5 billion Reels reshared through DMs every single day. And the content winning right now isn't polished. It's single take, low production, and done in one shot. Here's the verified picture from July 2026. New Engen, which tracks Instagram trends weekly with real performance data, documented a clear shift this month. Low production, single-take content is outperforming polished posts. Not occasionally, consistently. The algorithm isn't rewarding production value, it's rewarding completion rate and sharing behavior. And those two signals consistently favor authentic, specific, fast content over studio-produced, heavily edited content. The Reels reach rate is 30.81% on average, more than twice what you get from carousels, images, or stories. 55% of Reels views come from people who don't follow you. That's the strongest discovery format on Instagram, and it's disproportionately accessible to smaller accounts. Here's the strategic implication. If you've been avoiding Reels because you don't have a camera crew, a lighting setup, or a video editor, the July 2026 data is telling you that's exactly what you don't need. You need a strong first 3 seconds and something worth sharing. Let's be specific about what low production wins actually means, because it's easy to misread this as quality doesn't matter. That's not what the data says. New Engen's July 2026 Instagram trend analysis described it precisely. A real shift toward low-production, single-take content outperforming polished posts. The truck driver's single-take video that went viral this week wasn't performing well despite being low production. It was performing well because of it. Because it felt real, unfiltered, and spontaneous. Because when someone watched it, they kept watching. And when they kept watching, they sent it to someone else. That's the mechanism. The Instagram Reels algorithm in 2026 is optimizing for two things above almost everything else: completion rate and sends through DMs. Sends, when someone forwards your reel to another person, are weighted 3 to 5 times more heavily than likes, according to Shopify's February 2026 analysis. Not 3 to 5% more, 3 to 5 times more. Polished, brand-produced content gets watched. But people don't forward polished brand content to their friends the way they forward something that surprised them, made them laugh, or gave them information they immediately wanted to share. Low-production, authentic content drives more sending behavior. More sends means more algorithmic distribution. More distribution means more reach. The Reels algorithm doesn't have a budget signal. It doesn't know whether you spent $5,000 or 5 minutes making your video. It only knows whether people kept watching it and whether they sent it to someone. Build for those two outcomes. Understanding exactly how the Reels algorithm ranks content tells you where to direct your energy, and it's not where most people focus. Signal 1. Sends through DMs. When someone forwards your reel to another person in a direct message, Instagram registers that as the strongest available quality signal. Not the strongest engagement signal, the strongest signal of any kind. Weighted 3 to 5 times higher than a like, according to Shopify's February 2026 analysis. The logic is straightforward. You only send something to someone if you genuinely think they'll want to see it. A send is a curated endorsement. The algorithm treats it accordingly. Signal 2. Saves. When someone saves your reel to their collection, Instagram interprets that as evidence that the content has lasting value, something worth returning to. Saves are weighted approximately 3 times higher than likes, according to SocialBee's February 2026 benchmarks. Educational content, how-to content, and list-based content consistently generates the highest save rates because people want to reference them later. Signal 3. Completion rate. When viewers watch your reel to the end, or rewatch it, that signals high-quality match between the content and the audience. Instagram's algorithm weights relative retention, meaning that holding someone's attention through a full 30-second video is more impressive than a 50% completion on a 60-second video. Two additional signals worth knowing. Original content receives 40 to 60% more distribution than reposts. Accounts that repost more than 10 times in 30 days get excluded from recommendations entirely. And topic clarity matters. When your content is clearly categorized by topic, Instagram's audience matching system can place it in front of users who've selected that topic as an interest. Accounts posting matched topic content are seeing 40 to 50% reach increases. The first 3 seconds of a reel determine whether it gets distributed to people who don't follow you. That's not a theory, it's how Instagram describes their own algorithm, and it's consistent with every third-party analysis of Reels' performance in 2026. Here's what happens in those 3 seconds from the algorithm's perspective. A new Reel gets served to a small test group. If the initial watch rate is high, if people keep watching rather than scrolling past, the algorithm reads that as a quality signal and expands distribution. If people scroll immediately, distribution stays narrow. You never get the second chance to prove the content is good because no one sees it. The hook formula that consistently drives high initial watch rates follows 3 steps: interrupt, curiosity gap, promise. The interrupt is anything that's visually or audibly unexpected in the first frame, an unusual angle, a surprising statement, a sound that doesn't match what you'd expect. It makes the automatic scroll stop feel costly. Something is happening here worth seeing. The curiosity gap is the instant question in the viewer's mind that they need resolved before they'll leave. Why is this person saying this? What's the before? What's the mistake they're referring to? The gap needs to feel resolvable within the length of the video. The promise is the implicit or explicit statement of what the viewer will know or be able to do by the end. Educational content promises specific, usable information. Transformation content promises a revealed outcome. And 80% of Reels are watched with sound on, which means your first spoken words are as important as your first visual frame. Whatever your hook says, say it in the first 3 seconds, out loud, clearly. 3 single-take formats any small business can film today. No editor, no lighting setup, no script beyond a few notes. Format 1, the quick tip, 15 to 30 seconds. The structure, one surprising or counterintuitive insight your audience doesn't already know, delivered in direct-to-camera format. Hook, one thing most, your audience, get wrong about your topic. Then the tip. Then 1 sentence of reinforcement. Then, save this so you have it when you need it. The save CTA is specific to this format because quick tips have high reference value. People want to bookmark them. Format 2, the myth bust, 20 to 30 seconds. Start with the common belief is completely wrong, and here's why. Then the truth. Then the evidence or proof. Then, share this with a business owner, marketer, whoever your audience is, who needs to hear this. The share CTA is specific to myth busts because people forward them to correct others or validate their own existing doubts. Myth busts drive the highest DM send rates of any educational format. Format 3, the before and after, 25 to 30 seconds. Show the before state, what the situation looks like without your solution. Then the after state, the specific improvement or result. The transformation doesn't have to be dramatic, it has to be specific. Before I had this system, it took me 4 hours. Now it takes 30 minutes. That specificity is what makes it shareable and drives follow-up actions. 48% of Instagram users take a follow-up action after watching a product video. The before and after generates the highest purchase intent of the 3 formats. All 3, 1 take. Your phone camera, natural window light, no editing required. Here's the problem with building your audience entirely on Reels reach. 55% of your viewers don't follow you. Every time you post, you're reaching a large audience of people who have no ongoing relationship with you and can be lost between now and your next video. Reels expands your reach. Email owns it. The Reels to email funnel works in 5 steps. The Reel provides specific, valuable content that earns watch time and sharing. The CTA at the end offers a free resource, a template, a checklist, a guide, available through the link in your bio. The viewer clicks that link and arrives at a simple landing page. They enter their email to receive the resource. GetResponse delivers the resource automatically and begins a welcome sequence. The CTA hierarchy for Reels that drive email capture. Get the free, specific resource, link in bio, outperforms generic follow me or visit my website. The offer has to be specific enough that the viewer immediately understands what they're getting and why it's worth a few seconds of their time. What the email sequence does from there. It continues the conversation that started with the Reel. If someone watched your myth bust about email marketing, the welcome sequence delivers more depth on that exact topic. The Reel was the discovery. The email is the relationship. 48% of Instagram users take a follow-up action after watching a product video. That's the moment the funnel captures. GetResponse automates everything after the click: delivery, sequencing, segmentation, and behavioral follow-up at $49 a month. Here's the exact first week. 3 videos, 1 system, nothing that requires a production budget. Day 1. Myth Bust Reel. Choose the most common misconception in your niche. Film yourself directly addressing it in one take, 15 to 20 seconds, natural light, phone propped up or held. Open with the myth. Counter it directly. Give 1 sentence of evidence. End with, share this with a business owner who needs to hear it. Don't overthink the lighting. Don't do multiple takes unless you completely lost your train of thought. The authenticity of 1 take is part of what you're going for. Day 3. Quick Tip Reel. 1 specific insight your audience doesn't know but should. 15 seconds maximum. Open with, 1 thing most audience don't realize about topic. Deliver the tip. Close with, save this for when you need it. Day 5. Before and After Reel. Show a specific transformation that your product, service, or method produces. Be concrete with the numbers. Before, 3 hours. After, 30 minutes. Before, unpredictable revenue. After, a system. End with, link in bio for the free checklist that shows you how to get here. Throughout the week, confirm that your lead magnet is linked in your bio, that your GetResponse welcome sequence is active, and that you're personally responding to every comment in the first 60 minutes after posting. That engagement velocity in the first 30 to 60 minutes determines whether Instagram distributes your reel to non-followers. 2 to 4 reels per week is the optimal cadence in 2026. Missing a week hurts less than posting weak content to fill the schedule. This channel doesn't film talking head videos. Every video you're watching right now is produced using an AI avatar through Engen, the same workflow we covered in our founder-led content video. The founder's voice, an AI visual, structured educational content, and published at the speed relevance requires. The principle behind that choice is the same principle behind low production reels winning in July 2026. Speed and relevance beat production value. Content that's timely and specific outperforms content that's beautiful and delayed. We don't use an AI avatar because we can't film. We use it because the publishing velocity it enables, covering breaking news like the OpenAI announcement or HCL tech data the same day they're released, generates completion rates and sharing behavior that a more polished but slower production cycle couldn't match. For Reels, the same principle applies. The viewer who watches your 30-second quick tip filmed on a phone in one take is not thinking, "This looks amateurish." They're thinking, "This is exactly what I needed to know," or they're already DMing it to someone. That's the outcome. The production value is not the outcome. If camera anxiety is what's holding you back from Reels, the founder-led content video we made earlier in this series covers the 3 formats that work without requiring on-camera comfort, including voiceover plus visual, which maps directly to the Reels format covered in today's video. 3 things. These are the ones that should change what you do on Instagram this week. Number 1. Reels is the most powerful organic discovery engine on Instagram in 2026. 50% of all time in the app, 30.81% average reach rate, twice what static content achieves. 55% of views from non-followers. The platform is actively distributing Reels to new audiences for free. Smaller accounts consistently achieve higher engagement rates on Reels than large accounts. The opportunity is structurally better for small business than any other format Instagram offers. Number 2. The algorithm rewards completion and sharing, not production quality. Sends through DMs are weighted 3 to 5 times higher than likes. Saves are weighted 3 times higher. July 2026 data confirms that low-production, single-take content is outperforming polished posts. The business that produces authentic, specific content at speed is beating the agency that produces perfect content slowly. Number 3. 3 formats, 0 editor, 1 week. Quick tip, myth bust, before and after. Each filmed in 1 take, each with a CTA optimized for the signal that format generates. Saves for educational tips, sends for myth busts, link in bio for before and after. The Reel expands your reach. The email owns it. You don't need a camera crew. You don't need an editor. You need a strong first 3 seconds and something worth sharing. Here's what to set up before you film your first Reel this week. Download the Reels content calendar template from the description. It includes a 30-day Reels plan with topics mapped to the 3 formats, the hook formula library with 20 specific opening lines for each format, caption templates with CTAs built in, and the lead magnet integration guide showing exactly how to connect your bio link to your email capture. Before you post your first Reel, make sure your email capture system is in place. There's no point driving 55% non-follower reach to a bio with no lead magnet and no email sequence to follow up. GetResponse handles the landing page, the email capture, the welcome sequence, and the behavioral follow-up automatically. $49 a month, 30-day free trial, link in the description. The content calendar is free and takes 30 minutes to fill out. Once it's done, you have 30 days of Reel topics and a clear format for each one. Your filming time per Reel is under 5 minutes. Your editing time is 0. Your publishing time is 2 minutes. The algorithm doesn't care how long you spent making it. It cares whether someone watched it all the way through and sent it to a friend. Go make the myth bust first. Film it once. Post it today. This video is for educational purposes only. Instagram Reels performance varies based on niche, audience, posting consistency, and content quality. This is not professional social media or marketing advice. Some links are affiliate links. Statistics sourced from Engen, July 2026 Instagram Trends Report, Meta Internal Data Q1 2026, Lupex Digital April 2026, Vitico May 2026, Creator Flow July 2026, Evergreen Feed May 2026, Shopify February 2026, and SocialBee February 2026.